Okay, everybody, welcome back to the ZLINE Kitchen. I'm Chef Mark Estee. I'm surrounded by hams, let me tell you that much right now. And the one ham I really love is gonna be our holiday ham right here. So the piece de resistance for the dinner today is gonna be the ham, okay? So we're gonna have a ham, we have pineapple, we have a mustard brown sugar glaze, okay? And then we're gonna turn the vegan side, we're gonna give the same preparation to the humble, beautiful, definitely people loving these days, cauliflower. So 2 different dishes, same result, looking for a delicious meal for the traditionalists and the vegans at the same time. So let's start off first by getting let's get the pineapple ready, okay? So I'm gonna take my pineapple, I've taken off the top of the pineapple. I'm just gonna do here, I'm gonna sharpen my knife a little bit, right? We steel our knives, keep them nice and sharp. I use a traditional steel here, and then a diamond edge. Again, I've shown this before. Place it here if you don't feel comfortable doing it that way. Give yourself a nice little sharp edge there, okay? So we're going to take the pineapple. I take the top off once, twice. Get my handy dandy trash can ready here, okay? So pineapple, to clean it, I'm just gonna kind of make some slices down. And I see the eyes inside of here. I'm just gonna work my way through. I'm gonna take out those eyes, just follow along. All right, it's like nice and easy through here. A lot of years peeling fruit in Garde when I was coming up through hotels. A lot of time spent peeling fruit. Okay, so next up, okay, my pineapple. Sometimes we take the core out. For this recipe, I'm gonna leave them in and make thick cuts. I'm gonna give myself 6 cuts. 2, 3, excuse me, I want 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then last one's 5, 6. Okay? I have a baking dish right here. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll slide this over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So I have my ham, I have my cauliflower. They're gonna be baked the same way in the dish on top of the pineapple. Let's make the glaze next, okay? So I've got a little bit of brown sugar here. I shouldn't say a little bit, I have a fair amount of brown sugar. I'm gonna put about 1 pound of brown sugar in right here, okay? All right, next up, I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add some pepper, okay? And then in here I have a mixture of cumin, garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of red chili flakes, okay? A little bit of smoked paprika. That's gonna go in here and kind of season this up. If you like coriander or any other kind of spices, if you have like a special blackening season, feel free right there. Okay, next up is gonna be, I found this at the store. I wasn't really planning on it, but came across this pineapple preserve. Because of the pineapple here, we use this for a little bit of sweetness as well. So brown sugar, jar of pineapple preserves, and then some mustard. Gonna kind of tie it together and balance that sweetness on, all right? So mustard goes in next. And all this right here, still vegan. We didn't add anything non-vegan side here. This is gonna be the same glaze we use for the cauliflower as we do for the ham, okay? Holiday ham. Mix this around right here, okay? So mix this up. Just making a nice glaze, okay? You can see it right there. Got my pineapple chunks in there. Let's do a little taste. Not too sweet. Got a little bit of spice from the added spice in there. And that mustard, I use the whole grain mustard. I love that. It's got a little bit of texture to it, a little crunch from the seeds, okay? So we have our glaze ready, and I've heated my oven to 350 degrees, and I want to get my 2 main dishes ready. So first off, I'm going to start with the cauliflower. Really simple, all right? I'm going to take my cauliflower here. I'm going to remove the core. I want to leave it intact. The same way I left this core in here, I just want to take out the outside of the core. And the reason we're taking this off is because we want the cauliflower to roast just like a piece of meat would. Okay? And that's our goal right here. Just gonna flick that next. Out that comes. Save this for the compost bowl. Right? It's highly, if you have chickens out there, chickens love to eat the vegetable scraps that we have. So there's my cauliflower. I'm gonna sit it on top. That's waiting to be glazed. Okay? So move over this side. Boom. Okay? And just to be aware, right? My cauliflower, my glaze here. Let's get the ham ready. I want to make sure I use my board. I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. I want to make sure my ham My cauliflower cutting part is done. Now my ham goes to the board. Next up, I'm gonna run some slices through here. This is a smoked ham. This is a boneless, whole smoked ham. You can get it bone in. You see these at the grocery store. It's probably about 3.5 pounds right here. We actually smoked this at the restaurant. I love this style of ham. No water added. It's really delicious. You'll see some different hams out there. You could start from raw, but I'm telling you, it's a little bit of a difficult thing. I would go find a great smoked ham, and then when a glaze the smoked ham on top of the pineapple, you're gonna have a better result. We're gonna kind of make it the same kind of deal here. So we smoked these in netting, but for this case here, I'm just gonna make some skewers in here. Excuse me, I'm gonna make some scores in here. Okay, I'm gonna score my way through. Okay, you can use this big knife, you can grab a smaller knife, whatever you like. I'm just gonna take my time. I'm cutting in maybe just about a 1/4 inch, not too deep. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way. Make scores come back the other way. This is allowing the cure to get inside of the ham. Okay, the glaze to get inside the ham. Also helps the cooking process, also breaks that kind of skin on the outside. Okay, I even do the same thing to the bottom of the ham. Okay, and these hams are really nice, so they sit nice and flat and they'll be easy to carve. So next up, ham on top of my pineapple. So over here, we're gonna start to get ready to glaze, right? So let's use 2 different glazes. I have a separate bowl here just to make sure that no one has any cross-contamination. Let's put a bowl here for my vegan glaze, or to glaze the cauliflower. Then I have one here to glaze my ham. Really simple, just like it said. You're welcome to use your hands here too, but just right on top. You'll be doing this throughout the process, okay? So you really want to make sure it gets all kind of delicious in here. And that's why your hand comes in a little bit better. Kind of get the hands there, get on the sides, push that inside there. Okay, rub that around, good to go. We're gonna save that because we'll come back to glaze this continually as it cooks, okay? So here, my other ham, my ham, if you will. Okay, same thing, spread it around. I'm gonna use my hand again, okay? Just rubbing that in a little bit. Again, the ham's already cooked. This is probably gonna take about the exact same, about 90 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. And we're gonna watch it. As the ham cooks, you might have to cover it with some foil or parchment paper. As this cauliflower cooks, you might have to cover that also, right? But we're gonna start them off. We wanna get a nice glaze on top. We're gonna start the cooking process, okay? I'm gonna wash my hand. I'll be right back really quick. All right, so now I'm gonna take these and we'll go right into the oven. Oh, those busy elves. Those busy elves sawing away back there. Sawing away back there. Never a dull moment here at ZLINE, I can tell you that much. So I have the oven right at about 350. I'm gonna give that 90 minutes, and we're gonna come back and put this whole meal together for you. Again, we have a holiday menu, traditional, and a holiday menu done vegan, with a baked ham, and the cauliflower is the stars of both those meals. Come on back, let's see what the elves have been up to. The defining moment, our holiday ham and our holiday vegan meal coming together right now for you, right in front of your eyes. Santa's elves are still busy around here, but so have we. So have we, okay? So we're gonna come through here. I'm gonna remove out my twice baked potato, okay? So I'm gonna put the vegan on this side, all right? And I'm gonna use the traditional on this platter here, okay? One of the things notice, just to make sure everyone's comfortable, I'm using 2 different serving sets with the vegan guests and our traditional guests, just to make sure that if anyone truly is worried about it, we're making sure that we take every precaution, okay? So we wanna pay attention to that. Okay, next up, let's go to the collard greens, okay? These came off here, nice and beautiful. I have it's almost like we call this, not almost, this is called pot liquor, okay? And that's like the juice at the bottom of the pot. And because we have that sugar and that vinegar in there, it smells really delicious. They're nice and juicy, okay? I put a little of that pot liquor on with it. I just place this on this side over here, okay? Some of those onions right on top. And I'm gonna save this juice just in case I wanna use it for something else later. Okay, those are my vegan. Then on this side, we'll talk about our traditional. All right, and you can see in here, same exact look. The only difference is I have some smoked ham hock. And those little small pieces I like to pull off to the side. And the family can kind of argue over who gets to have those small pieces in there. That's going to be our look right here. Okay, same thing. That pot liquor cooked down, the onions cooked down, that vinegar and sugar kind of glazed itself. And our collard greens right on top. And then some of those nice pieces of the smoked ham hock. I've even seen placing the ham hock on here, but I like to save this for the next day. Makes a great soup, anything you want there. So let's get to the centerpieces, which are missing for both of these, okay? Let's start off with the cauliflower. All right, so here's my cauliflower. It's been glazed, right? We had our separate glaze for it. I kind of basted it throughout the oven. It's got a little bit of crunchiness to it. I know it's a little bit tender because I've actually checked it, right? I could check right through the core, it's tender. I'm gonna take my spatula here. Don't forget, we have some delicious pineapple here in the bottom, okay? That kind of goes with that glaze to a certain degree, right on top, all right? That's our vegan holiday meal. Let's take out our ham. Oh yeah, same scenario here, okay? Our ham also has pineapple on the bottom, nice glaze. You can see our little scores that worked really well. Place that ham right here in the middle. Chase that little piece of right on the top there, okay? Now, I made a little bit of a glaze, okay, in the back side here. I just took our glaze and I just cooked it down just a little bit. Just gonna add this for the flavor on top, and then when we plate up, we'll put this on the side also, okay? So that final glaze goes over the top. You can also go in, grab some, if I'm just gonna stay on the ham side here, grab some from the pan itself. Glaze that ham. Here we have our holiday meal, vegan style, and our holiday ham. Okay, so I'm gonna plate this up for everybody right now. And really, when you have vegan guests, it really makes sense if you plate up them first, if you will, because that way you're not gonna have any cross-contamination. Again, some people aren't that concerned about it, but it always makes nice if you just automatically take that as a cue and you figure it out from there. So let's talk about what we have here, right? We went through this already, but here's our twice baked potato. I am gonna kind of take this off and cut it open so you can see it. Just kind of get a little good look at it, okay? Nice twice baked potato. All right, I'm gonna place one of those right on here, okay? I'm gonna move over to this side next. Let's go our vegan collard greens, all right? And then standing in for the ham is gonna be our vegan cauliflower, our roasted vegan cauliflower. And why not treat it just like you would the ham, okay? A nice slice, okay? Our core stays right on there. Plate that up like that. And then don't forget about this beautiful piece of pineapple that we have. Kind of goes with the glaze. I'll just give you a nice little shot of this sauce right here, okay? And this is our glaze. I just cooked it down just a little bit. Give it a nice little touch. Okay? Now, we'll work on to the next dish, which is gonna be the traditional holiday menu, okay? So same thing, let's take up and I'm using a different knife just to kind of show again that respect for it. I'm just gonna I like to cut it so you can see how good it looks on the inside. And for our plating purposes today, I'm just gonna place one right on there and the other one right off the side here like that, okay? Then I'm gonna take over here. I have my braised collard greens with the ham hock, okay? Set that up here. And then next, I should be able to carve it right on top here. I'm just gonna carve the ham right here. I have the beautiful pineapples underneath. Okay, I may bring it over here. So I just want to kind of, I have this isn't a necessary cutting board. I don't want to ruin this. So I'll take the ham up here. Okay, onto my cutting board. See, nice glaze, beautiful ham. I really think sometimes the best part of this ham would be the outside skin. So I take not super thin and not super thick. I'm not making ham steak. So I have a couple of nice slices. I like to cut this the same thickness I would cut a turkey breast. Okay. Gonna fan this right over the top. Okay, there's our sliced ham. And don't forget about the best part, in my opinion, this pineapple that's been cooking in the oven for a good many hours. And we're also going to grab a little bit of the glaze. Here's our traditional Christmas holiday ham, and then our take on it from a vegan standpoint. And right here you can see, in essence, if I'm sitting at that Christmas meal, if I'm at the Christmas meal, I'm looking at those and I'm not thinking to myself, oh, I'm vegan, I'm getting ripped off. I'm looking at this saying to myself, wow, my guests or my family really cares about me. And here's a traditional dish done vegan just for me, and I don't feel like I'm just sitting there eating different food from a different time. So really want to give you a heartfelt, warmest wishes from the ZLINE kitchen, and we hope that you enjoy this amazing meal. Thank you very much for your time, and have a safe holiday season.